experience of the partnership is can be different daily.
You know, a lot of partners in Shirlaws, I think, at a certain point had reached the decision that after, you know, pretty successful careers actually in a particular field, nevertheless it's time to do something different.
I was at a point in my own journey about where I was working on my own, and I wanted to be part of something bigger.
What I wanted to be able to do was stretch my capability as well as being part of something that was going to change and make a big difference in the world.
What I remember sitting in the room day one and feeling like for the first time in years I was on this steep learning curve.
I love the work that I'm doing. I love the fact that I work with my partners, particularly with Graham, but with other partners, to develop new ways to help clients succeed. And that is just in itself, the work is fabulously interesting and stretching. I mean, I love to be stretched.
For me, it's the opportunity to work internationally and globally. It's the opportunity to work really flexibly. This business really gets that it's not about, you know, showing up at 9 o'clock and clocking in and leaving at 5 o'clock.
I was a guest at one of the partner meetings, and what really struck me was here was a room full of extremely accomplished people that had these track records that were incredible. And yet, the one thing that was missing from the room was ego.
One thing that I underestimated, and I think perhaps we're all a bit guilty of that, is the extraordinary power of this partnership.
Each person in the organisation, each partner works well together because they offer such a diverse mix and they can support each other in so many ways.
Having access to the people across the group with the skills, expertise and talent that's there, and the openness with which people give their time and assistance has been invaluable in setting up digital.
I always trust my partners first. I may not like every decision that they've come up with. It's only because I don't really understand it sometimes.
When I met various people from Shirlaws, there was an instant connection, there was an understanding. I think the belief that culture is so important was something that fit beautifully with me and with my approach, but also the commercial aspect, because obviously I'm looking for that, but families are looking for that as well.
We built a team very quickly within Shirlaws coaching to get north of $1 million, which at that stage, relative to the coaching industry, could have been treated as one of the larger entities.
We always had a vision in the early days of take it as big as we can, go international. We didn't have timelines around it, but we knew this was a big opportunity if in the right hands.
Globally, Shirlaws is going to become a household name, and I want to be part of that process.
As we've rebranded to the Grow Fund and Exit, we are becoming a real global player. So it's always changing. I haven't felt the need to move anywhere else.
It's been an amazing journey. The learnings have been incredible. The reality is that I'm achieving all the outcomes plus so much more.
So the biggest aha-'s got to be the impact of culture on a business.
The whole self-development that we went through, that we were prepared to open up but in a very safe environment, has just, it's spades. I can't tell you the multiple. And people have noticed the change from my, what I call greedy corporate days.
The clients are getting fantastic outcomes, the coaches are getting fantastic outcomes.
It's a unique combination of a cultural opportunity to be with a business that has purpose, has aspirations to do good things, genuine investment in those things, and a fantastic commercial model.
The return from a cultural perspective has been spectacular, but fortunately the return financially has been pretty good too. The original investment, I have since had a return something like 10 times on that.
The valuation of what I bought my equity at has gone up. I now have a portfolio of short-term and long-term income and equity opportunities.
The thing that interested me most from the off was the fund, and after some diligence, that's where I chose to go, and I'm very glad that I have chosen to go into the fund. It's very exciting what it is that we're doing.
The job's not done yet. We've got quite a bit to do, quite a bit to tighten up. But when you've got the momentum building, why would you go anywhere else?
It's really rewarding, and you get to see your achievements, and you're allowed to work flexibly. If I have to take a couple of hours off in the middle of the day to go down and see my mum and sort out some issue for her, I can do that.
having flexibility around the hours that I work and when I work really gives me what I need from a home life perspective in terms of being able to share the load of bringing up my daughter with my wife.
My kids think that it's absolutely normal for their daddy to be home for breakfast and dinner every night.
When I look ahead, I see it being very positive, but I also know that there's all sorts of opportunities I've not even tapped into yet. And what better place to find those out than with people that you feel like they're family.
I'm constantly surprised by the willingness of people in this business to open up, and not just share on a personal level, but literally open up their homes.
The depth to which you can have connection with people you work with, I hadn't known that degree before. We're spread across the world. We're in so many different geographies, and yet when we come together, it's like a family reunion.